Hello, we're here live from the Extinction Rebellion protests, and we're going to walk around the crowd and ask some of the people what they really think. That's of course if they can think. And we now go over to the heavily tattooed young lady. Excuse me, madam, do you realise that this Extinction Rebellion is nothing new? The communists had an Extinction Rebellion very similar to this, which led to the genocide of millions.
They what? Oh? Communists? Are they on the EastEnders?
No, it's actually history.
Do you want to see my tattoos? They actually mean something to me. Now, this one is when my dog was dewormed.
Charming.
And this one shows when my cat had fur balls.
Lovely.
And this one is when my sister had an operation.
Well, thank you very much, madam. I must leave you now, otherwise I think I'm going to throw up. And now we go over to a gent who was sitting in the middle of the road doing some sort of strange chant. I'm not sure whether he is trying to, whether he's one of the entrants in the Who Can Act Like a Loony competition, but he certainly would get a good award for being a complete and utter loony. Excuse me, sir, what exactly are you doing, sitting in the middle of the road, tapping away at this drum and holding up the traffic?
Well, look, I'm trying to evoke the spirit of Chief Running Trots of the West Causey tribe.
Really? Ah.
Oh yes, well they were a very famous American Indian tribe, like, and they used to eat nothing but rhubarb, custard and baked beans. And when the white men went to invade their territory, like, that's what I've been told, like, they used to run towards the cavalry, holding their rear end, shouting, "Where's the Ghazi?" like, and that's where they got their name. But the settlers stopped them by getting the sugar for their custard, and then they stopped their source of custard, and of course the tribe became extinct, like, you know what I mean? It must be true, because I heard it from a fella up the pub who sold me this genuine Rolex watch, like, for £100, but it's the only one that they make in China, like,
Well, these are some of the people at the Extinction Rebellion protest, and in order to save my eardrums and sanity, I'll hand you back to the studio. Greetings from Marxist Loonyland, formerly the United Kingdom. Now, brainwashing the youth and gullible people with fake science in order to promote an agenda is as old as the hills. Wherever communism rears its ugly head, you could be sure there's a fake environmental cause that's designed to divide the masses and ultimately enslave the people. It is my belief that the Soviet Union, the former Soviet Union rather, won the Cold War. They won it using ideological subversion. And as Yuri Bezmenov said, all you have to do is take the bananas out of your ears, the iPads off your eyes, and it's blatantly obvious. It is also my belief that communism has actually had a makeover, and it's rather like rat poison. It's 90% sweetener, 10% lethal. Now, Extinction Rebellion is just one aspect of many that is unfortunately an aspect of communism, because communism is obsessed with three things. One, the destruction of culture and the family unit, and the destruction of culture is usually done by mass immigration. I've explained this in previous videos. The former Soviet satellite states, what they did was the Soviet Union had made it advantageous for Russians to move into the satellite states, and subsequently, it wasn't the average Russian's fault, but it subsequently destroy the culture. And what's happening today is very similar. There was also environmentalism, and that was unfortunately a hidden agenda that led to mass genocide. Mao did it, and so did Stalin. Now, again, to echo Yuri Bezmenov's words, ideological subversion filled our universities with woolly-headed, half-baked intellectuals, and such people now infect governments and our civil servants. They're contaminated. There's nothing you can do about them. Another aspect of ideological subversion is to get people into a confused state of mind whereby truth doesn't matter anymore. At that point, people will believe almost anything, especially fake science and ideologies that are designed to enslave them without them realizing it. The idea we will be extinct in 10 years is a brilliant mass hysteria exercise that's straight out of the former Soviet KGB handbook. The real threat, such as 5G, chemtrails and pollution caused by globalist ideology, is completely ignored in favour of the cranky belief that CO2, which is plant food, is somehow destroying the world. I can almost guarantee a totally brainwashed global extinction preacher will probably do the usual condescending routine in the comments section, yawn. That's nothing more than what brainwashed people chanted in Mao's China and Stalin's Soviet Union. What we have today is the same old communist fake scare ideologies that have had a makeover. What we learn from history is we don't learn from history. Thank you very much for listening, and please remember to subscribe and ring that bell. And I'm hoping to do regular programs and eventually live programs every Wednesday. So keep listening. Thank you very much.